Now that we know a little bit more about the 7 questions, this would be an appropriate time for us to start to talk about some long and short vowel sounds, since we just talked about long, short, and schwa. But I'm going to do that in class. Where I want to start to turn our attention to now is how sometimes in phonics we deal with 2-to-1 associations, or maybe even 2-to-2 associations, where we have teams that work together. And one of those teams is a consonant team. Consonant teams are made up of pairs of consonants, B's and L's and M's and P's and S's and T's. And sometimes those teams are called consonant blends. And other times those teams are called consonant digraphs. And so it's not always clear what is, I didn't need to do that. It's not always clear what is a blend and what is a digraph. But I'm going to try to make that clear to you now. I'm going to start to give you some characteristics. Let's take on the idea of blend first. Now blends, one of their characteristics is they have consonants that are back to back to one another. They have 2 consonants that are back to back. And the other thing about a blend is even though the consonants are back to back, they produce 2 sounds. You can still hear both of the sounds in that blend. So let's take an example. I have a little cluster here of examples. We're going to bring those out. These are some examples of consonant blends. So let's look at the first one. We have the consonant blend tw. So when you say tw, you can still hear the t sound and the w sound. They are 2 consonants, they're back to back, but we can still hear both of the sounds. The same thing is true for bull, the same thing is true for dr. And like in the little blend sn, you can still hear the s and you can still hear the n within there. So it is a blend. A little reminder for you, the word blend itself happens to contain a blend right at the beginning, the BL, bull. Blends, though, can also come at the ends of words, and there are a handful of different ending blends. I've just popped 3 of them out for you here. Again, we can hear both of the sounds within there. So if we were to have the word land, and we have nd at the end, 2 consonants back to back, but we can still hear both of the sounds. And if we were to have the word left, and we have ft at the end, you can still hear both of the sounds. Okay? Now let's contrast blends with consonant digraphs. Digraphs are similar in one way to blends. They also have 2 consonants that are back to back. I'm going to pull that down the screen a little bit because it might not be showing up for you on your movie. So one way that consonant blends and consonant digraphs are alike is that they have back-to-back consonants. Then again, they are teams. Remember, we have teams here working together. So that's no surprise. But the thing that's unique about a digraph is that they produce only 1 sound. And if we study the word digraph itself, it will start to make sense. The Greek prefix di means 2. Graph means written down, and they're graphed together to produce basically 1 sound. Okay? Let me give you an example of a handful of digraphs. We frequently refer to these as the H brothers because digraphs, consonant digraphs, almost always have an H in them. So here we have 2 letters, 2 consonants, SH, but when I produce them, I only get 1 sound. It's only representing 1 sound. Shh. The same thing would be true for like a CH. 2 consonants back to back, but it represents 1 sound, or it produces 1 sound. Ch. So those are a few things that we now know about consonant digraphs and consonant blends. Oh, one other thing to help you remember, as I highlighted for you that the word blend has a blend within it, one of the cool things is the word digraph has a digraph within it, if that helps your memory. Okay, that's enough about consonant blends and consonant digraphs. We're going to turn our attention to some vowel teams now.